Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Smart Women Savvy Money 2010 webinar series. 30 minutes on the clock, 20 minutes to teach, and 10 to talk. Happy New Year. I hope everyone's holidays went well, and now we are starting out 2019 with a big kick start. So welcome. And for those of you who might be new to our platform, just to give you a little bit of background, we are the Smart Women Savvy Money, an arm of Urban Wealth Management. Now, we began in 2015, the Smart Women Savvy Money Club, with the intention of providing our members with relevant content about lifestyle and financial-related issues. We designed this to provide women with the tools and resources they need to create the lifestyle they desire and deserve. As a member of the Smart Women Savvy Money Club, you could receive access to our closed Facebook group where we post very relevant and timely information, monthly emails that are meant to stimulate provocative thinking and educate you about financial issues as well as lifestyle issues. And ultimately, and most importantly, we want to create a community of women who are equally interested in learning how to make savvy decisions with their money. Our calls are held on the second Thursday of each month, except for December, from 1 to 1:30 Pacific time. And I know we have a number of people on the call who are outside of the West Coast. We know that you're busy, so we've designed these calls to be short but impactful and timed to answer questions, which you can do by posting your questions in the chat box. And depending on your device, it could either be in the middle of your screen or at the top. All of our calls are also recorded. So even if you cannot make the live call, we will send you the link to listen to the call as long as you register for the session. And for previous sessions, and we do have an entire library, you can go into our webinar library page and look at some of the previous sessions that we've had, everything from cybersecurity issues to taking care of your elder loved ones, estate planning issues, reverse mortgages. They're all available here. This is the first time that you log in. You will need to provide put your name and your email address. And then with that, you will be able to access any of these contents. Our next few events, though, just so that you know, our first quarter, and of course here is today's speaker, is going to be about health and wellness. And it's usually the case for this first time of the year for your New Year's resolutions. Most people are interested in being able to have take care of their health, and working out, eating well, doing all those kinds of things are really, really important. So before we get into this session, also just wanted to cover what our next couple of sessions are. The next session is kind of introducing it's going to be an interesting concept, but I think that you will find that it's interesting in the way that we are addressing some issues. But one of our team members is actually going to be hosting a New Year, New You complimentary Woman and Wealth webinar. So here, this is being sponsored and hosted by Dorinda King. Please come in and register for that. She focuses on women who are single. And so you will be able to get access to a series that she'll be doing. Our February call is going to be with nutritionist Sarah Greenfield, who actually has done a TED Talk. And here's the topic: get the scoop about your poop. So you will be able to know what is important that goes in your body as well as what goes out. And then our third speaker is actually going to be about more about getting your mindset in order so that you can actually be managing your life from a mental perspective, as well. And so that's our first 3 sessions. The other sessions that we will be hosting will be up here. We have the entire year filled out, and so we're really excited about the content. We also, and you guys can mark this on your calendar, we'll be hosting a Women's Summit on Saturday, March the 2nd. And we will be sending out a save the date here very, very soon. So you will be able to put that on your calendar, and hopefully we'll have an opportunity to participate and enjoy that event. For now, what we intend to do is, as we have done before in the past, is to use this as a fundraiser for a local nonprofits, and that will give us an opportunity to be able to support some community-based nonprofits and at the same time give you the opportunity to learn about lots of very, very important content. So with that said, I'm going to move it over now and tell you a little bit about our fabulous speaker. Wendy Ida is an amazing woman who has been my fitness coach for the last, Wendy, 3 years maybe, I think now?
Yes.
Yep, about 3 years. And when she told me how old she was before, I said, girl, you lying. Let me see your driver's license. And so she is 66 years young and is, as you guys can see, she is an expert on living fit, fierce, and fabulous after 40, and has written a book about her own personal experiences and how she got to be where she is now. So you can read a lot more about her, and I would definitely recommend that you take a look at her book, which is all about living in a fabulous manner. So I want to make sure that you guys are all able to enjoy and learn from what she has to say. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to you, Wendy.
So I'm going to put on some video here. I can see everybody in my mind. Hi, everybody. Yeah. So thank you so much and I think you have a couple of messages. I'm not sure if everyone can hear. I think I saw a message pop up, Renee, but you want to check on that. But otherwise, I thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited, and I'm excited to share with everyone what I know works. And everything I'll share are huge keys to me changing my life and the lives of countless others that I've worked with across the globe in the U.S., from East Coast to West Coast to places like Australia, Africa, Turkey, Sicily, and Malaysia, just to name a few. Technology is amazing. But right now, it's all about you. And I want to applaud you for taking the time to make yourself a priority, because you didn't have to do it today, but you did. And you're here. And so many other things could have distracted you. I want to, so I congratulate you. I believe that you're here because you are not where you want to be in life yet. And you're saying to me, Wendy, I am ready to take back my fabulous. And if that's true, then I'm ready to help you do that. My intention is to not only help you take back your fabulous and keep it that way forever, but to also help you stop the yo-yo syndrome that literally sucks the life out of you. So what does take back your fabulous really mean? Yes, it does mean the obvious, to look good, feel fine, and have a fabulous life, but it's so much more than that. It's about a confidence, courage, and an energy within you that allows you to tackle all of life's possibilities without fear of judgment. It's a love, a joy, a swagger that no one can shake up or shake out of you. It's someone who can push through life's challenges knowing they're going to come up on the other side of it victorious, stronger, and more resilient than ever. Yes, that's taking back your fabulous. And to take back your fabulous, you have to first take back your life. And that requires that you create a structure and a system that will allow you to create a foundation that you can build and launch off of at any point in time for whatever you want to do. There's 3 steps to be able to do that I want to share with you. The first step, as you can see, is what does take back your life mean to you? That's what you have to figure out, because it means something different to everyone. Now, some people know exactly what that means to them. Some people feel like they want to get in the best shape of their lives. They want to take control of their health, or even they may want to build their business to epic proportions. Other people may not be so sure what that means to them, and that's what you have to figure out. I remember what it meant for me. I was in a bad relationship. I had lost track of who I was and what I was supposed to be. I had given up on my dreams in nearly my life, and my self-esteem was in the toilet. But one day I took back my life. That was about the age of 43, an age where I didn't think it was possible. But as I sit here today at age 66, I know that anything is possible. So it wasn't too late for me, and regardless of how old you are or young you are, it's not too late for you either. So what does take back your life mean to you? Well, what is it? That's something you have to think about. What is it that you've given up? What did you let go of? Is it that dream you once had for yourself that you let go of? Are there things you've always wanted to do so badly that you've never done? What about that person you were going to be? What happened to that? Remember when we were little, there was that person we wanted to be? What happened to that? What did you put aside because you had to care for someone else? What did you lose along the way? Was it hope or was it faith? And what was stolen from you? You have to think about that. How do you feel about that? Do you wish you had that back? Well, what's stopping you from taking it back? Do you think you're too old, too sick, or too tired to have it back? Well, newsflash, you can have it back. And now is the best time to take it back. Now is always the best time. So, if now is the best time, but I want you to think about this. You really are better now than you were in your 20s. No, I'm not just talking about physical challenges. It's more than that. If you think about all of the foolish things you got caught up in at age 20, you know what I mean. But think, how many times have you said this? If I knew then what I know now, I'd be hot to trot, right? Well, I know we've all thought that before, but the good news is you have something now that you didn't have then. It's called wisdom. And if you have wisdom, you have an advantage. And with that advantage and a little bit of guidance, oh my gosh, you can do some serious damage, some serious good damage. But first, before all of that, you have to determine what it means to you. What does it mean to you? And then after you figure that out, and you realize that now is the best time, the second step is to decide how badly you want it. And if you don't want it bad enough, it's never going to happen. Oh, you may start out good, but when the going gets tough, the tough's going to get going because you will resort back to your old ways, your old habits, and your old stuff. So to really make a difference, you must decide how badly do you want it. So how badly do you want to recapture your dreams? How bad do you want to take your body back, take your health back? How bad do you want to spend more time with your family, or make a difference in the world, or be that person you've always wanted to be, the one you know you were meant to be? This is the key. I am telling you, it is the key to sustainability, to achieving and building that foundation to achieve whatever you want, whatever your heart's desire. It is that push, that driver, that thing that will have you acting like the Energizer Bunny on a rainy day. It's that thing that will be your savior when you just want to give up. So how bad do you want it? And if you're not willing to make these decisions, if you're not willing to make that determination, then what are you willing to give up? And if you're not willing to give that up, what are you willing to deal with the consequences? Are you willing to not even try to take back your body? Are you willing to not even try to take control of your health? Are you willing to let your dreams go down in smoke? Or are you willing to live in pain or die young? And would you love to be shoved aside and told you don't matter anymore? And for how long? How long are you going to hold on to that anger, that baggage that you've been carrying around for years? Or that resentment in your heart that keeps you from climbing out of your shell and achieving your highest potential? How long? Well, if you're not willing to make these decisions, then this is what you have in store. This is what you have available in your future. I know this personally because before I made the commitment to take back my life, this is the way I lived. For 13 years, I was abused and trapped in a marriage that was a living nightmare. I almost lost my life on several occasions and really didn't think I was going to live past the age of 43. It was so bad that I started living with a loaded pistol under my pillow every night. I was also 80 pounds overweight, always tired, constantly sick, and my self-esteem was at zero. I didn't think that I was going to survive. I was berated, criticized, and ridiculed on a regular basis. Told I was worthless and no one else would want me. Why is that ringing? Decline. Sorry about that. My computer rings. But I was told I was worthless and no one else would want me. This is the way I lived for 13 years. And as bad as it wasn't enough to make me take back my life. Until one day, my life flashed before my eyes, and I saw my babies' faces. And I saw that their lives were ruined because of me, and I couldn't live with that. So, I planned an escape. I ran across the country with my 2 babies and only the clothes on our backs. After that, I began turning my life back around. But it never would have happened if I didn't want it bad enough. And I realized my kids were the catalyst to that. I realized that I love them more than myself. But if that was the trigger, then I'm good with that. How about you? What are you good with? What are you good with? How bad do you want it? If you want it bad, if you know you want it, if you're fed up, if you're ready to make some changes, I want you to stand up wherever you are and holler, I want it bad. I want it bad. I could channel some of you. I know you're standing up. I know you want it bad. So jot it down, post it up in a mirror or somewhere you can visit every single day, and have it as a reminder to move forward. The third step, in order to take back your life, is to shift into gear. You have to shift into gear. That means get in action. That means dialing up the action hero in you for you. And because if there's no action, you'll dream your life away. if you don't have the courage, then you'll never get started. So I want to give you 5 steps that will begin your foundation of moving you into action. The first, you got to have courage. Courage is being afraid but doing it anyway. Courage is wanting it so badly that fear doesn't stop you from doing what you know you must do. And fear has only 2 meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. And they cannot exist in the same space. So you have to choose. Unfortunately, statistics show that more people would rather run and then rise. But we want to change that today. Courage is pushing beyond your comfort zone by any means necessary to ensure your livelihood and achieve your wildest dreams. The day I ran from my abuser, I was scared to death, but I did it. My babies were screaming uncontrollably, tears rolled down my face, and my heart nearly pounded out of my chest, but I pushed on and I did it. That's courage. I let the emotion of how badly I wanted it drive me to be courageous enough to run all the way across the globe. When was the last time you showed courage in your own life? It may not have been running from an abuser, but you've had your moments, which means the courage is within you. You have the courage. You can translate that courage to where you are today. Step 2, you have to trust your creativity. When we get exposed to new things, a new part of us gets tapped into. And if we allow that creativity to unearth, you'll be surprised at the solutions you can come up with. Creativity keeps you motivated, challenged, young at heart. It helps you change with the times and stops you from getting stuck in a rut. Use your creativity to take back your body, to create optimal health, and get as cute and as fine as you want to be. Use it as a launching pad to get anything you desire. Step 3, to shift into gear, you have to nourish and hydrate your body. When we are stressed out, our immune system gets attacked, and our bodies churn through good nutrition and good minerals, and it leaves us fragile and vulnerable. And that becomes a downward spiral because our workouts begin to suck, weight loss becomes impossible, and our energy plummets. Step 4, the best antidote to shift into gear, the best antidote to push through the changes in our lives and the challenges is activity. Both cardio and strength training will prompt the body to release endorphins, and endorphins are the leading stress fighter. So go out, dance it out, work it out, bike, swim, run, get out of the environment and get into some activity that, pull out all the stops. Begin rising early and placing yourself on an eating and sleeping schedule. I'm talking about the work that will shift your life and shut down negativity, one baby step at a time. Now, on to step 5. Step 5, to shift into gear, and this is crucial, to shift into gear, find an outlet. Have a trusted place you can go to where you can emotionally talk through the changes in your life. And now, this is not your pity party crew. It's not your best girlfriend who's going to say, oh my God, poor you. It's not your colleagues you can vent with who are going to say, oh, I can't believe they're doing this. No, it's a trusted mentor, coach, or confidant who will encourage, troubleshoot, and guide you, who you know will hold you capable and have you play a bigger game than you usually do. It's that person who will get in your corner and support you when the old habits want to come back. And they will, believe me. Change is not easy. In fact, otherwise you would be able to quit smoking at a drop of a dime or lose that extra 40, 50, 60 pounds, right? But let me say this, did you know that 90% of New Year's resolutions fail? 90%. You want to know why? Because we can resolve to do something, but without support or repetition over time, the old habit is stronger than our resolve. Otherwise, you'd instantly be able to do all of these things, like I said, quit smoking or any of the habits that you might have. So it's not only not easy, it's almost impossible without support or without some of the foundational things that I know I started my life with and that can help you too. So I want to challenge you. I challenge you to turn back the clock and wake up the energy and excitement you once had in your youth. I challenge you to take on a new perspective and a new attitude that says, I am no longer going to make New Year's resolutions. I'm no longer going to make these temporary fixes, but instead, I'm going to make a commitment to take back my life. I'm going to make a commitment to take back my health and my fabulous. And to do that, 3 things. You have to determine what take back your life means to you. You have to decide how badly you want it and shift into gear. Do you accept the challenge? Just with these foundational steps. Do you accept the challenge? And whoa, warning, don't dare let self-doubt creep in. Don't start with the what ifs and I don't knows and all the other fear-based excuses that allow you to stay safe, small, and the same as you've been for far too long. You have to figure out what you want for your body, your mind, your health, your soul, baby. Not what your parents want. Not what mainstream media is saying that you should have. What do you want? That's what matters. So finally, let me say this. I know that making changes is not an easy thing, but you can do it. I know that it can be challenging, but you can do it. And I know, but you just have to trust yourself. And I know trusting yourself can be challenging too. But especially when we know we've failed ourselves too many times to count. But your desire to change must be greater than your desire to stay the same. Your desire to get in action must be greater than your desire to sit and dream. It doesn't matter what age you are, where you come from, or what you've been through. What matters is where you are today. And if you can hear my voice, you've been given a second chance. So step up. Be the person you were born to be. Step out on faith as if it were your last chance. And rise. A wise woman once said, if you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can't, well, you're right also. So face everything and rise. That's the only way that you will become the winner that you know you want to be. I'm Wendy Ida, and I thank you so much for your most valuable asset, the gift of time. Namaste.
Thank you, Wendy.
You're welcome.
Inspirational as always. And as an amazing trainer, as I mentioned, she definitely will make sure that you are challenged and that you can meet the challenge. And so with that, I want to thank you for your time as well. And as Wendy indicated at the top of the conversation, she works with people all over the world. Obviously, she's not traveling all over the world every day, so she works with people remotely. And some of the stories that she shared with me has been pretty amazing. As long as you have a camera on your desktop, she can see you and instruct you about what kind of movements to make, what the food is, and you will be able to actually enjoy the whole idea of somebody working with you. So with that said, I do want to thank you, Wendy, for your time. and all of your energy. And for anyone that is on the call today, you will be getting the replay link. If you have any questions, please feel free to give her a call at any time, or you will be able to email her as well. With that said, thanks everyone. Have a fabulous day, and we hope to see you and hear from you at our next session in February for the Smart Women Savvy Money Club, but also for our team member Dorinda King's talk as well. All the best.